Oh, boy.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Clerk of the Board, will you please call the roll?
Freeholder Carter.
Present.
Freeholder Estrada.
Present?
Freeholder Hudak.
Present.
Freeholder Jallo.
Here.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Here.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Present.
Freeholder Wright.
Present.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Here.
And Chairman Bergen.
Present.
Chairman, you have 9 freeholders present.
Thank you. Would you kindly lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag?
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and the lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his spirit on all who work for justice and peace.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk of the Board, would you please read the Statement of Compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
The chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2017, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstances, to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2017 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2017 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. Well, it's nice to look out at a happy crowd this evening. Always nice. We do have a couple of presentations we're going to make this evening. First one, I'm going to call on Freeholder Carter and Freeholder Mirabella to make the presentation concerning the UC STEP program.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening, everyone. Truly is a pleasure to be here, and especially to stand before everyone to make this presentation. This is a project UC STEP, which is Union County Student Training Enrichment Program, which started 4 or 5 years ago, where we bring our youth in for one-day training. We have about 200, we've averaged 200 students, 10th and 11th graders from all high schools here in the county. They come for the one-day training, they do team building, they get to know each other, they go on teams, and they have no clue who they're going on team with because they don't go onto the same team with the school that they come in with. They're put into teams during lunch. They're able to go ahead and come up with a service project, get in front of the peers that are there, and they showcase their project, and it gets voted on. The top 3, sometimes we've had 4. This past year we had 4 top vote because we had 2 that tied, and they were able to go out and get the community to vote on what community service project they would do. We started out with support for soldiers, and we're ending this year, the 5th year, we have cans for kids. We have actually, can we show the video now? We did, they're gonna show a video while we're standing up here talking, and they collected over 2,600 cans, 5-ounce cans of tuna chicken, and what we were able to do, has anybody heard of construction and all? We were able to, they came, they wrapped them,
Product right
and there's your finished product. They were able to do the construction and create the logo for the community food bank that is in Hillside, along with the UC STEP. We partnered with the community food bank here in Hillside to this year, and we were able to collect over 6,000. Amy, was it 6,000 pounds of food? Project highlights a 6,000-pound food donation to the food bank organized by students participating in the Cans for Kids food drive under Union County's UC STEP Youth Leadership Program. And with the sponsorship of Cisco and ShopRite in all the community that also donated to the schools and here, right here in the building. UC STEP is a unique development program that brings together high school students, different parts of the county, provides students with opportunity to engage the whole community in a county-wide service project. And it's interesting, you see a lot of adults in the picture because that day that they went to go do the construction, we had a morning group of youth that came and we had an afternoon group. the morning group, while they were there was a fire in the building next door. So they had to evacuate the building and they could not come back in. So because of the timing, we were able to have some additional volunteers, and even some of the other youth came back a couple of days later, and that is the product that they were able to do. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now we're going to get down to the real reason why they're here today. Because as of this project, what ends up happening is we provide a grant to the school, the winning schools that were able, they got points for going out and raising funds. They had a virtual drive, making donations, going and doing a service, and actually volunteering. So off of that entire scale, we gave them points, and we have our first prize, and then we also, which will receive $1,000, and we have our honorable mentions, and we have the next top 4 schools. So we have UC STEP, Union County Teams Charter School, honorable mention for $250, and we're going to ask Shatira Porti to come forward. Now, let me ask you this. Is this the first winning, second winning, or? This is their third time. They are a small school, but they are truly mighty. This is the third time. I think the first year or second year, you guys won top prize. Right, so the first year they were able to win, and then the second one. So we appreciate all that your school has done and the way that they were able to come and get the community. So congratulations, they received $250.
Each year it's a great benefit and a blessing to work with you guys, and we appreciate everyone for everything. We enjoy working hard. We believe in community service. And if my young ladies can stand up, please, that help me make this possible. You can come up, come up. Thank you. No, they weren't.
Oh, yes,
They were trying to hide.
You were trying to hide from me?
Yes,
You couldn't hide from the meetings. I don't know why you would hide from me now. No, thank you. Thank you.
But thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we'll do this. Come on over here, because we'll get you guys in the picture. Okay? Here we go. Okay, I'm going to go on this side. See, I get directly. Thank you. Congratulations. Great job. Not a problem. The next honorable mention is Roselle Park High School. And we have Principal Sarah Costa, if you'll come forward.
No, I just love this program so much, and Linda Carter, when she was the chairman, instituted this for our students around Union County, and it brings the best and brightest together, and they do leadership skills, and they do community service, and it's one of the highlights of the year for me. So congratulations for Roselle Park, my alma mater.
And if I could bring up my students that are here today.
All right, come on up, students.
The teacher behind this is one of our guidance counselors, Mary Bauman, and she wasn't able to be here tonight, but we really appreciate everything that she did with our students and our students that dedicated so much work and effort to the project. So congratulations, students.
And our third is Linden High School, Mr. George Alvarez. They really did put a lot of work. Everyone in here, you may have either seen some social media about it, or you may have seen their boxes where they were asking for donations, but they really did rally their students, and it amazes me when you put things on social media, because they truly were able to get the votes out there to make sure that the project won. So thank you again. And our last honorable mention is Governor Livingston High School. And we have Michelle Morin. Oh, she even got to be part of the video. Okay, this is Governor Livingston. This is their third win. So they seem to have that combination going. But we do have some, great winners all around. All of the schools did a fabulous job. I think, Amy, how many times did you guys have to go out and collect? A couple of times. They call us and we go out and pick up the stuff from the school. Now we have our top winner, which is UC Votech. I did everybody, yes. UC Votech, Vocational and Technical Schools. They are our first place winners and they'll receive $1,000. Robert McCurley and Kevin Doherty. All right. You bring your students up? They were shy a little bit. Want to say a couple words?
Thank you, and obviously thank you to the Freeholders and for Freeholder Carter, Freeholder Mirabella for holding UC Step. It's a great event. It's a great time to bring all the talented 10th and 11th graders together. And for this particular fundraiser, it was great to have our campus really come together and really do a great job. It was tireless efforts by everyone, and especially our students. So thank you, students, and thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations and thank you again. Thank you. I want to take the opportunity to thank you, Chairman, again for supporting this project this year, and thank you to Amy Wagner, our Deputy County Manager, and Dina, who works under her, because without them, none of this would have been possible. You had a great team, and we appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. They said they're not staying for the checks.
They have homework.
It's the end of the school year.
I hope everybody's going home to do their homework. Please.
Study for finals.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Can everybody hear me? Yes, of course. I don't know why, but both freeholders that are senior in age got this particular thing. I'm wondering, as I look around, I say, wait a minute. We have been put up for this, but we love it. Okay. Just got to get some administrative work done here, and we'll be right on the way here. First of all, let me give you all an idea as to what exactly the Senior Focus grant was this year. This was made available, awards up to $25,000 for each Union County 21 municipalities for capital improvements or equipment purchase to enhance their local senior center facilities. Qualifying centers must be owned by the municipality and used exclusively or primarily as a senior center. Each municipality received the amount they requested. See that, folks? That's great. Oh, of course, we did say 25, no more than 25, so I guess pretty much there was a few people, I was surprised, stay below that. We thank you very much. That means that you're really committed making sure that whatever you buy is what you need. Thank you very, very much. Then examples of improvements covered under the grant include ADA access improvements, repairs to or replacement to roofs. Roofs has always been a big request for senior centers. Plumbing and electrical upgrades and site improvements. In addition to the capital projects, examples of the acceptable equipment purchased could include computers, printers, stereos, and headphones. And of course, PA systems are critical in every senior center. The grant program was funded through the combination of county capital funds as well as CDBG funds. Now let me go to the list. What we're going to do in trying to get this thing accomplished relatively painless is I'm going to be calling up by the municipality. While they're walking up, I'm going to tell you what they did, what items, what did they purchase with that money or how they used it, and then I'll call for the individuals who are here representing that municipality, and then we'll go to the side for a picture or close by. And at the same time, we're going to be calling those freeholders that are domiciled, only domiciled folks. If you live in two places, don't come up twice. Domiciled in the municipality that we'll be calling up. So I will start out with Clark, and we have Ralph Bernardo, Recreation Director. Oh, looking at it from the wrong list. Hold on a second. I know, Samantha. She's already looking at me from back there saying, read the list. Okay. All right, Ralph, coming up. Ralph and Lori Banta, Senior Fitness Center Director, and the money is going to be used for senior fitness equipment. That is great. Thank you very much.
Just wanted to, on behalf of the mayor and council, just want to thank freeholders and committee. We are going to use this for additional equipment, and Lori does a fantastic job of keeping our seniors young.
All right. Nice.
Please note, these checks do not work through the drive-through, okay? They're not wide enough to handle this. Our next call is the great city of Cranford. And we have, let's see, Mayor Hannon Jr. is here. BJ, get ready for a picture. All right, here we go. Let's see, bingo systems, PA system, and computers. They're really going a long way here. Besides the fact that we use the Cranford Senior Center all the time. It's an outstanding facility. I tell you, you guys do a great job. Thank you so much.
Just if Freeholder Kowalski can invite Mayor Wilkinson over, we can play bingo in Cranford now together.
Next on the list here is Elizabeth, and we have Mayor Bolwich here with us, and Krishna Garlick. Now, the city of Elizabeth is going to use it all for computers. Great. Yes, you are. Make sure you send in your receipts, please. Very important. Thank you very much. You want to say something there? No. No?
since the mayor doesn't want to speak, I'll say something. As a director of Health and Human Services, the Office on Aging sits in my division, my department, and our seniors are always requesting additional computers. We offer free computer classes, and so to the freeholders, thank you. They're going to be able to take advantage of free computer classes, and we appreciate so much the grant, so thank you.
I'm sure that most of you saw that the actual expenditure was $24,293. Good. Our next group coming up is Fanwood. They had, let's see, new roofs, windows, PA system, iPad, microwave. And Antonio Panagopoulos is going to come up. Antonio. And of course, Al.
On behalf of the Borough of Fanwood, Mayor and Council, and our senior community, we thank you.
Okay, here we go. We have Garwood down on the left. We have the mayor, Charles Lombardo, Luis Petrucelli, councilman, and Jen Blumenstock, also councilwoman. Now, they did, with the money, they had roof repairs and PA system. Very well needed in the senior centers. Who's going to speak, if anybody? That's what I like.
That's right. On behalf of Garwood, we'd just like to thank you. As senior liaison, I can tell you we're very happy to have this to put a new roof on our senior center. So thank you.
Samantha, so far is working good.
I love that guy. He's too much. He pops right out the...
Now, we have Hillside, New Jersey, Union County. All right, Mayor Angela Garrison is here with us, and also Mary Dawkins, somebody that I know very close. She's one of those seniors who is extremely active in Hillside, wants to make sure that we take good care of all those seniors. We're very happy for that.
Good evening, freeholders. On behalf of the Township of Hillside, our Mayor Garrison, and our senior community, we'd like to thank you very much for the opportunity to beautify the outside of our building. We're excited about what we're doing in Hillside with our seniors, and thank you very much for your continued support.
Thank you very much. As they say, no tiki, no laundry here. You need to take your check with you. All right, here we go. Kenilworth. We want Councilman Peter Corvelli. Come on up. We're going to do, they're doing retrofit and replace doors. Very important. Would you care to say a few words, sir? Of course.
I'd like to thank the freeholders. Our senior community in Kenilworth is a large part. Every little bit helps, so we appreciate it. On behalf of the mayor and council. Thank you.
I think BJ has moved now to Kenilworth.
Kenilworth adopt you?
I know that BJ enjoys to go to Kenilworth all the time. Next is the city of Linden. Come on up, Linden. We have Michelle Giamakaitis, the councilman of the 2nd Ward, Bob Sadowski, also councilman coming up. They have done ramp up updates, automatic doors. I guess it's good to have automatic doors. Okay.
As senior liaison in Linden, the whole town, the mayor, everyone there wants to thank the freeholders. The money will be used to the last penny. So once again, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now Mountainside. Okay, flooring, seating, computer TV, and TV. Wow, that's great. Michelle or Michael Disco? Michael? This is the Borough Engineering. He's going to get it done.
Thank you very much, everybody. The Borough of Mountainside has an active senior community, so they appreciate this.
You know, it's great to have the whole Union County family here today, which is, we don't get very often. We don't have all the towns in, but we do appreciate seeing you once in a while. Today's a good day. We're not complaining. We're just taking in checks. That's great. We love that. Hold on. What's that? Okay. Okay, Mayor.
New Providence. And they're going to be using, we have our administrator, Douglas Marvin, and our mayor, Al Morgan. And they're going to be using it to purchase chairs, a club chair, PA system, and copier.
Congratulations. You'll get a chance to speak in a minute. Not a minute, but in a minute.
Took 3 pictures. I don't have a good side. No,
Yes, Mayor. From here, it's perfect.
I bet you say that to all the boys. No, I really appreciate this, especially the chairs. Our senior center is used almost every day, every night, and the chairs are really worn down. So we want to thank you from the bottom of our heart and also our backside here, because it really is something that's truly needed. And I want to thank all the freeholders. You know, we really depend on your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, very much.
Plainville. The senior fitness, for senior fitness equipment, floor sewing machine, and we have Rick Smiley, Administrator Veronica Taylor, Recreation Superintendent, and Council President Rebecca Williams. Good.
All right. Linda Carter. All right. My eyes in the back are not working well today.
Good evening, everyone. Again, want to thank the Board of Freeholders for this wonderful grant. I want to also acknowledge Veronica Taylor, who is our Superintendent of Parks and Recreation, and Rick Smiley, who is our City Administrator. This money will go a long way. We are building out a fitness center, and we also have a very active quilting and sewing group, so we'll be buying equipment for them as well. So thank you all once again.
All right. Good job, Rick. Good job, Rick.
Okay, this is now Rahway, and we have a new route, and you have Joanna Miles, councilwoman, or council member. I don't want to, that's okay.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Freeholders. Our seniors really, really appreciate this, and we appreciate it too. Thank you.
All right, Roselle, we have laboratory upgrades, parking lot lighting, ice maker, ceiling tiles, and we have the mayor, Christine Desarouk. Please come up.
Following you. Our Director of Recreation, Councilman Bishop, Councilwoman Walker, Council President Shaw, and Councilwoman Andrew State.
Good to see you, brother.
Split it up and make it a legal meeting here.
Okay. You can see how testing. You can see how appreciative and enthusiastic we all are. But thank you, Chairman and Honorable Freeholders, for this special award. And I have to tell you that the thank you is really coming directly, not only from us, but our seniors, who let us know every day exactly what needs to be done. And they are most definitely going to appreciate this check and the upgrades that come with it. Thank you again.
Roselle Park's close.
Thank you very much.
What's going on?
You know, just to reflect on what was said earlier, seniors normally do tell you whatever they need. That I know for a fact, and it's important because not only do they need to speak, but we also need to listen, which is very, very important.
Roselle Park. Paul Hudson, the mayor, and Mike Connolly, councilman. And we see you're going to get a new roof with this. Is that it?
A lot of roofs.
Can we do it?
On behalf of our seniors, I'd like to thank everybody. But Mayor Hanna, when your seniors come over, now we'll have a new roof that they won't leak onto the carts. So, again, I thank everybody. So, we got a long night. So.
Thank you very much. Now, you notice that Samantha, who works in our office, came over the side, even though she did not mark the sheet, tell me they were here, just to remind me that those individuals were not here. Thank you. I have a senior moment all the time, so here it is one. Well, we want to call the chairman over. It's your time, brother. Okay, Springfield, fitness equipment, AV equipment, computers, and we'll have the mayor here, Diane Stampoulos. We have Erica Dubois, or I should really look at my list because it's here for a purpose. So we have Jerry Budjanowski. Yes, that's you. And that's it, right? You're the mayor. Anybody else we want to include? Let's see. That's it? Okay, Mayor.
On behalf of the Township of Springfield and our seniors, we thank you so much. We will never say no to a check.
That's true. Okay, folks, let's see. We have Summit. I saw the mayor here, so come on up, Mayor. Nora Radist. This is all to be used for the senior lounge. A total amount of $25,000.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Freeholders. I appreciate the support. We all do in Summit. We are rebuilding our community center and focusing on a senior lounge, and it hasn't been touched and renovated since the 1950s. So it's in great need of repair. So I really, truly appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, very much.
People, our committeemen. Check and for the senior center roof, and so I think that that's very important in Union, so that we do not have leaks, right? That's right. Good.
See, everything is falling into place. I got Mohammed jumping in. Everybody is here. But I might tell you, this really works.
Thank you. Chairman Bergen, the Township of Union would like to thank the entire Freeholder Board for their continued support in helping us maintain Union and keeping it as a pristine and one of the starships of Union County. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Freeholders. Now, unlike after the UC step, nobody's leaving because we have another check for the municipality. So I'm going to call on Freeholder Hudak, and I will join him to give out the next set of checks.
Thank you, Freeholder.
County Manager, I hope you're observing that our supply of large checks is getting low and it may be time to reorder. So,
Absolutely.
Exactly. So good evening, everyone. Chairman, a few years ago, we went through the process in which the county sold Runnels Hospital. The following year, we issued the first installment of the Infrastructure Trust Fund grants, which was a $1.5 million issuance, which was matched by $1.5 million of municipal funds, a $3 million investment in our infrastructure in Union County. This is our third installment of the grants. They will be matched once again for a total of $3 million. So this will be $9 million of infrastructure directly to Union County municipalities, and the projects, much like the trust fund projects we do with the Kids Recreation Trust, are designed at the direction of the municipality, because often our mayors and our council people know best in terms of spending these money on local projects. So we appreciate you coming out tonight, and we hope you put the funds to good use in your community. First, we have the Township of Berkeley Heights, and with a $50,000 grant for roadway improvement projects. We have Janine Kingsley, Councilwoman. Our next grant is to the Township of Clark, again for $50,000 for a roadway improvement project. We have Ralph Bernardo, who's the Recreation Director, and Lori Banta, who's the Senior Fitness Center Director.
She's got to take a picture. She's done.
Freeholder Kowalski, if you want to step up. We have the Township of Cranford. What do we have there? We have $90,000 for roadway improvements.
Now we can pave the road on the way to the senior center. Freeholders, on behalf of the citizens from Cranford, we appreciate your recognition of the importance of infrastructure in our communities, and thank you again for this check.
Thank you, Mayor. The City of Elizabeth, I believe the mayor had to leave, but Steve Rinaldi is still here? Up.
He's here.
And it's the installation of traffic signals, $105,000. Next, we have the Borough of Fanwood, $55,000 for Freeholder Mirabella.
Yeah.
And it's Antonio Panagopoulos. How'd I do? And that's roadway improvements. I'd ask Mayor Lombardo from Garwood to come up with Councilman Petrozelli and Councilwoman Blumenstock. We have roadway improvement project, $55,000.
On behalf of Garwood, a small town with a big heart, we'd like to thank the freeholders for this grant. And also to see your money in action, I invite everyone in the audience to Garwood Rocks on June the 5th from 10 to 5 p.m. It's a Sunday. Come all. Thank you.
Good job, Mayor. Little commercial in there. Nice sneaky commercial.
Mayor Garrison?
Mayor. Good job, Mayor. Got to do it, bro. Good job.
We have $55,000 for roadway facility improvement projects in the township of Hillside.
I'm just very excited. Thank you to all the freeholders. Last year when I came, not only did we get the money last year, but this year, not only are we going to add this to our 40 roads that we're repaving. So we're so excited that not only the roads that you're helping us support, but we're doing over 40 roads in the township of Hillside. So thank you so much.
The Borough of Kenilworth, we have Councilman Corvelli. Come back up. And we have the rehabilitation of facilities, a housing master plan, and a traffic signal study, $75,000.
Kenilworth's adopting freeholders.
Exactly. One at a time. One grant at a time. That's what it is.
What is that? I'm going up with New Providence. Don't think I won't.
Oh, I know you. All right. Again, thank you. We could use it.
Councilman.
For the city of Linden, I'd ask that Councilwoman Yamakaitis and Councilman Sadowski please come up. $100,000 for roadway improvements.
He wasn't going to leave him by himself. So it's going to jump in.
That's good, buddy.
He's the best. He's by himself.
Yes, I'd like to thank the Freeholder Board on behalf of the Mayor and City Council. We desperately need this money for our roadways, like many municipalities, but we're very appreciative. Thank you.
All right, next we have the Borough of Mountainside for $50,000 roadway improvement project. Michael Disco, Borough Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and the entire Freeholder Board.
Great, thank you. I'd like to invite future New Providence resident Freeholder Mirabella up as to welcome the Borough of New Providence, Mayor Al Morgan, City Administrator Douglas Marvin for a $55,000 grant for roadway improvements.
I'd like to thank all the freeholders. This is going to go to Southgate Road, which is one of the heaviest traveled roads in New Providence.
Great.
And
keep it up. Good job.
one thing I would like to say, you know, we deal with the county quite often, but there's two people that we rely on a lot. They're very responsive, and that's Amy Wagner and Joe Graziano. So I thought I'd recognize them while they're here.
Thank you, Mayor. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Mayor.
Freeholder Carter. We're going to be doing the City of Plainfield $100,000 for a roadway improvement grant. Administrator Smiley, Council President Rebecca Williams, and Veronica Taylor. Are you sure? You sure you're on the list? You're on the list.
I should have probably gone up for Plainfield, too.
Well, you're always welcome.
That's great.
On behalf of Mayor Adrian O'Mapp and the City of Plainfield, we really thank you for this contribution to our road project. We have already started it with a $5 million capital allocation. We have lots of roads that need. No, the $5 million was ours. The $100,000 is yours. So this will certainly help in the reconstruction of several roads in the City of Plainfield. We have 142 miles of street, and we are doing what we can. And thank you very much for the contribution. Freeholders, thank you as always.
Next, I'd like to ask Councilwoman Miles from Rawway to come up. We have a $65,000 grant for roadway improvements. Councilwoman?
Thank you again, Freeholders, and on behalf of my car tyres, I'm very, very happy about this. And so the residents of Broadway, thank you.
All right. Now we have the full list now. I'd like to ask Mayor Danzero to please come back up, as well as Councilwoman Shaw, Councilwoman Walker, Councilwoman Staton, and Councilman Bishop.
Much. Freeholders, again, thank you again. Thank you for giving us this money because it helps keep our streets safe. Because what we sometimes forget is that, you know, dangerous roads cause accidents, and keeping them well repaired is very helpful, and you're helping us to do that. And also I'd like to say another thank you for the fact that I know that the county is going to be repairing the county road, Chestnut. Thank you very much, and also for the street light. Has nothing to do with these checks, just do, and thank you again. Our children and our residents will greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care. Take care. Take care, everybody. All right. Take care, Mayor.
For the Borough of Roselle Park, $55,000 for roadway improvements. We have Mayor Hokanson and Councilman Conley. Anyone adopting Roselle Park tonight? No? Okay.
closet, you know, the apps.
You've heard it all before. On behalf of the mayor of Borough Roselle Park, I'd like to thank the county freeholders and everybody for, the infrastructure. The infrastructure is one of the most important things because without the infrastructure, that happens. I'd also like to thank the Union County DPW, the county ambulance squad that takes care of my town. So I got to keep the roads safe for them, that they can respond, and the freeholders and everybody. But on behalf of everybody, thank you.
I'll ask Freeholder Mirabella to come back up. We're going to do Scotch Plains, and we have William McCoy from the Department of Public Works here.
So I'm really happy that that William could be here. He's a long-time county employee, but also a long-time Scotch Plains DPW hard-working employee. Does a great job. The mayor, unfortunately, couldn't be here, so I'm glad that William was here to accept this check for us. So I'm going to pave a lot of roads at Scotch Plains. So congratulations, good job. Keep up the good work, William. Also, while we have Scotch Plains up here, we're going to go back, cover their senior focus grant for $25,000. The money multiplied for you, buddy.
Down to the bottom. All right. Township of Springfield, come on down for $75,000 for a roadway improvement project. Mayor Stamplus, Committeewoman Dubois, and Committeewoman Bujanowski. I know.
All right. Springfield's in the house.
Well, it's not really this, works together for a long time.
Hi, I thank you again to the Board of Freeholders. This goes a long way in helping us. And I see the checks are getting bigger. If you could just keep them coming, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Mayor Radis?
Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna order more. Don't worry.
The city of Summit will be receiving $100,000 for a roadway improvement project. Mayor?
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Take good care, yes. Take care.
Once again, I want to thank you, everyone, for your support. Historically, the relationship between Summit and the freeholders maybe has not been particularly rosy, but I am absolutely confident that we are moving in a direction of mutual cooperation and support, and I truly appreciate everything you're doing. Thank you.
I'd ask the two union freeholders to step on down for a moment. We have committeeman people. If you would come up to receive a $100,000 check for a roadway improvement project.
Thank you, Freeholders. I'd just like to say that the Township of Union is embarking on one of its most aggressive road programs this year. And we're doing 46 roads this year. So this money will help us achieve that goal. Again, thank you very much for your continued support.
Okay. Is Mayor Skibitsky still here? Up there he is. You don't get the check if you don't stay. Councilman Oliver.
Thank you, Freeholder. Yeah, I wasn't going to leave until we got this check. I did want to thank the Freeholders for this $100,000 grant. Westfield has certainly put this to good use. I did recommend earlier, though, to my good friend Freeholder Mirabelli that maybe we should do this on a weekly basis. So. But thanks again. Thank you very much.
Right. And last but certainly not least, we have Sue Wright, who is the mayor of Winfield. And they have a $15,000 grant for facility improvements to the municipal building and the police department. Mayor?
We'd like to certainly, we appreciate whatever money we get from the county, and it will be certainly put to good use.
Thank you, Chairman, thank you again. And again, that's $1.5 million, which will be backstopped by $1.5 million from the municipalities. That's $3 million in roads and infrastructure improvements this year, $9 million over the last 3. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholders.
Good night, everyone. Take care, Mayor. Take care, Steve.
See you, Doug.
Well, while they're going out, I'll just announce that this is an agenda session, so we will approve communication during the regular session, which will be immediately after this. All right, turning to our regular agenda, we have resolutions pending for tonight. We'll start with the Office of Union County Prosecutor, First Assistant Prosecutor Tim Eisenhower.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. I'll be happy to take any questions you may have.
Freeholders, any questions on these two resolutions? Seeing none?
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Department of Administrative Services, Director Michael Yuska.
Good evening, members of the board. The Department of Administrative Services has 5 for your consideration. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Freeholders, any questions? Seeing none, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Department of Corrections, we have Assistant Director Peter Corvelli with us.
Good evening. We have one resolution on the agenda. I believe one was added. Anything for us?
Any questions, Freeholders? Yes, Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman. Just in reference to number 1, how many individuals are participating in the Special Operations Unit?
A total of 40.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Seeing none, thank you.
Very good.
Department of Economic Development. Deputy County Manager Amy Wagner, Director of the Department.
Good evening. The Department of Economic Development has 2 resolutions for your consideration, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Freeholders, any questions for the Director? Seeing none, thank you. Department of Engineering, Public Works, and Facilities Management, Director Graziano.
Good evening, Chairman, freeholders. I have 3 resolutions on for your consideration tonight, and I'll answer any questions you have.
Any questions for you? None, thank you.
Thank you.
Department of Finance, Director Taylor.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the board. The Department of Finance has 3 resolutions for your consideration this evening, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Director. Freeholders, any questions? Seeing none, thank you, Director.
Thank you.
Department of Human Services, Director Guzzo.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. The department has 2 resolutions on for your consideration, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have at this time. I also like to call attention to the $150,000, which is part of the overall initiative for this year too, that we have on to expand the number of treatment beds and detox. So that's on for this evening to add to that piece for the initiative.
Thank you. Any questions, Freeholders? Yes, Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes, thank you, Director. I think those of us up here know that number 2 regards keep the area plan in which we provide funding for agencies to keep seniors in their homes. But can you explain why the increase?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, Freeholder, this is as you know, this money comes in increments. So this is the second installment into what we would anticipate to be the final allocation for this year. We believe that it'll be about $4.3 million when we're done, which is, I believe, a slight increase, like $197,000 over what we received in last year. So this is just that second installment, and there'll be more to add up to that as the year progresses.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yes, Freeholder Hudak.
Chairman, thank you. Frank, could you just give a breakdown of the costs involved in terms of what services are being provided for the per diems for both New Hope and Turning Point as part of the detox and the rehab program?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Through you, Mr. Chairman. As I think we mentioned, perhaps when the sheriff was here and we did the CLEAR program, that this was going to help because of the expansion of beds. So both New Hope and Turning Point are contracted vendors already with the department for both detox and for rehab, usually a 28-day stay. So we based the allocation on use and how much money the agencies had available to them as we added these dollars to it. So what this breaks down to is under the detox, which is usually 7 days for a detox program, and the state average is about $250 a day, which is a contract. It's a contract amount that we use. That will buy in New Hope 115 detox beds when we break it out, and 70 detox beds for Turning Point. And then when you flip it over to the rehab, people going through detox go to rehab, which is usually a 28-day stay. That will provide $65,000 and a little bit more to New Hope, which averages 448 rehabilitation days, and then Turning Point, it's 41,000 or 280 rehab days. So all in all, we would estimate that 17 individuals would be added to the already mix that we have for New Hope, and another 10 for Turning Point. So a total of 27 additional residents would be able to get into both detox and rehab as a result of these dollars going into the system.
And the criteria for admission to the program is going to be based on?
The criteria for the program, as you know, we have dollars available out of our drug and alcohol money that's income generated, it's income limited rather, these dollars are earmarked specifically for people who who make a little bit more money and wouldn't qualify for those dollars, but don't have insurance and would not be able to get into a rehab or a detox as a result of that, or have trouble getting into one. So this will help that, and we would believe that because of the CLEAR program that's now operating on a pilot basis, that the network needs to be expanded, because we anticipate that more people will avail themselves of treatment and detox as a result of what's been initiated here in the county.
And you'll be able to report back to us in a few months in terms of what we've been able to actually implement?
Yes, we're going to keep reporting requirements as we do with all of our contracts, and we'll be able to give you the numbers and see where we are, because with the hope, is obviously it does what it's supposed to do, but also it'll give us a benchmark to see what else may be needed in the future as the board looks down the road for additional money for the problem that exists for all of us these days within every county.
Thank you, Chairman.
Also,
Thank you,
Chairman,
Director.
if I may add, with regard to the CLEAR program that was communicated to the board earlier in May, it's going to be presented as part of the agenda for the mayor's roundtable on May 31st, so the mayors of all the municipalities will receive this information as well.
Thank you, County Manager. Any other questions from the Freeholder Board? Thank you, Director.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Department of Public Safety, Director Moran.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. Department has 3 resolutions for your consideration. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Any questions, Freeholders? Yes, Vice Chairman Granados.
Chairman, to reference to number 2, what are some of the upgrades that are going to be provided to UOC air trucks?
These are trucks, 6 trucks that we purchased in 2004 for the UOC counties. They refill the air packs that firemen use at the scene of major incidents. And this will upgrade the capabilities of those trucks to fill new tanks at higher pressure that will allow firefighters to utilize them longer.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Freeholder Estrada.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Number 1, Mr. Moran, is that the cost of only 1 reader, or
That's 2.
2 readers? So
2
it's
readers
for
and
2 vehicles.
patrol cars for
2
the
patrol
county
cars.
police,
Okay.
and maintenance and service for 5 years.
5 years maintenance. Thank you.
Any further questions? Thank you, Director.
Thank you.
We have Freeholder-sponsored resolutions. Are there any additional resolutions or any friendly amendments to request? Seeing none? That brings us to the end of the agenda session. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a
Second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
We are now adjourned.